In this recorded session, let us discuss the second topic under one of the grammatical units in your workbook, phrasal verbs. Okay, uh, phrasal verbs is generally paired with idioms, as it is also done in your workbook, that idioms often come along with another grammatical unit called phrasal verbs. Okay, and in general context, in the general usage, they are simply referred to as phrases as well. Okay, so now let us understand, along with a few examples, how do we understand phrasal verbs or phrases. Okay, so when you say phrasal verbs, generally it's a grammatical term. Okay, a phrase is a grammatical term referring to a group of words that does not include a subject and a verb. Okay, a phrase is a grammatical term referring to a group of words that does not include a subject and a verb. So that is a phrase. That is how it is defined. When you say phrasal verbs, then obviously it can be either one word or a group of words which are accompanied by a verb. Okay, verb in any form, present form, past tense form, any form, but there is going to be a verb with this small chunk or small unit of words. Okay, so that makes up for a phrasal verb. Right, now let us look at few examples only for phrases, not phrasal verbs but phrases. Okay, the first example here is after the meal. What kind of phrase is it? It is a prepositional phrase. Why? Because it begins with a preposition after. Then you have next example, the nice neighbor, and it is a noun phrase because it is defining the attribute of a common noun called neighbor, and the attribute which is used to define the common noun neighbor is the word nice, and so it is a noun phrase. Okay, so the next phrase, look at it. Were waiting for the movie. So this is a verb phrase. Why it is a verb phrase? It begins with a helping verb. Were, W-E-R-E. It begins with a helping verb and also plus the main verb, waiting. Okay, verb plus waiting, helping verb plus main verb for the movie. So it is a verb phrase. Okay, so none of the examples what we discussed now contains a subject, okay, who is doing an action. So therefore all these above examples what we discussed just now, they are a mere group of words called phrase. We discussed three examples, right? So all three were three individual phrases. They were not sentences, but they were just phrases, because what is missing there is subject is missing in all the three phrases. Okay, so it is very usual to prepositions are it is very usual thing to use prepositions or adverbs after certain verbs so as to obtain a variety of meanings. Okay, so that exactly is what we are arriving at phrasal verbs. Okay, it is very often led practice to use prepositions or adverbs after certain verbs, right? We shall take examples, then you will understand, and they give out variety of meanings. First example is, look at this phrasal verb, give away. Okay, give away. It is a verb followed by a preposition, right? So give is verb plus away is preposition. Give away. So it is a phrasal verb. What is the meaning of it? To give something to someone, right? To give away is to give something to someone or anyone. Look at the next phrasal verb. Verb plus preposition is phrasal verb, right? Verb plus preposition usually constructs a phrasal verb. The next example is give up. What do you have here? Verb plus preposition, which is the verb give plus up is preposition. So give up is a phrasal verb. What does it mean, give up? To stop something or to abandon something. Okay, basically to uh, not do something, to stop doing something, right? Give up. Then you have few more examples for phrasal verbs, like look after, right? What is look after here? It's a phrasal verb. Same thing again, verb plus preposition, which is the verb look plus after is a preposition. Look after, what does it mean? To take care of, to take care of somebody. Okay, so you see that these words look and after, they have different meanings if you split them. They are individual words up to themselves, right? Look means to see here and there, to see somewhere, right? And after means later, right? Later or post, it gives a different meaning. So where is the meaning of looking or seeing something, and the meaning called after or later, they are completely different things if you go by individual meaning. Going by individual meaning, if you use them together, they do not make any sense, right? To look after, that is to see afterwards, it does not give the actual meaning meant in the English language as it is understood, or it is coined in English language. You don't get the actual meaning. If you split the term, if you split the phrasal verb and go by word analysis and try to use the words together, it doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so look after means take care of if you use it as a phrasal verb. If you generally use it as individual group of words, it just means see later or see afterwards. It gives complete different context and different meaning altogether, which doesn't make any sense in the usage of English language. Okay, you will end up deriving the wrong meaning, right? So this is how these words put together as phrasal verbs convey and communicate different meaning altogether. Okay, so they are not to be understood as split words but a unit of words or group of words. Okay, so in the forthcoming session we shall take on the actual difference between idiom and phrase, and from there on we'll move on to few interesting exercises on both idioms and phrasal verbs.